Prime Minister Narendra Modi leads 8th edition of International Day of Yoga in heritage city of Mysuru. Recruitment process of Agniveers under Agnipath scheme to commence from 1st July. In Assam, Yoga Day program observed at iconic Ronghor in Sibsagar, one of the 75 iconic locations of Yoga Day programs. Northeastern states joined the world in celebrating International Yoga Day, programs held in several places. And Meghalaya Chief Minister inspects damaged bridges in West Garo Hills. State government seeks 300 crore rupees of financial aid for relief and rehabilitation. Good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Jolly Hoikia Gogoi bringing to you the stories in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today led the 8th edition of International Day of Yoga in the heritage city of Mysuru in front of the iconic palace today. On the occasion, the Prime Minister said yoga is not for India alone, but for entire humanity. Prime Minister Modi pointed out that yoga is a process that leads one from inner peace to realize universal peace and called upon everyone to make yoga a way of life. He thanked United Nations and other countries for participating in the International Yoga Day. Ayush Minister Sarbananda Sonowal also spoke on the occasion and said yoga is our art, culture and tradition. He thanked the Prime Minister for spreading the message of yoga at the international fora. During the Yoga Day event, around 15,000 yoga performers joined the Prime Minister in performing the yoga asanas.
मानव मात्र को निरोग जीवन का विश्वास दे रहा है। हम आज सुबह से देख रहे हैं कि योग की जो तस्वीरें कुछ वर्ष पहले केवल घरों में आध्यात्मिक केंद्रों में दिखती थी, वो आज विश्व के कोने-कोने से आ रही है।
Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu today urged people to make yoga a part of their routine as it helps in all-round development of individuals. Speaking at the event organized on the International Yoga Day at the Parade Grounds in Secunderabad, he said only peace will bring development and yoga is the main part to achieve the same. Complimenting Prime Minister Modi for bringing up yoga on mainstream again, he said yoga is a wealth that our elders gave us as heritage. Union Culture and Tourism Minister G. Kishan Reddy, several public representatives, badminton star P.V. Sindhu, along with many eminent personalities participated in the event. The central government has stressed that selection process for the recruitment of Agniveers under the newly launched Agnipath scheme will be transparent, fair and objective. Briefing media in New Delhi today, Lieutenant General and Additional Secretary in Department of Military Affairs Anil Puri said no change will be made in the recruitment process. He said Agnipath scheme lays emphasis on youthful profile of the armed forces, recruitment of tech-savvy and adaptable people in army and making individuals future-ready. He informed that the recruitment process of army will commence from 1st July 2022 and the helpline number 23013865 has been started to help the candidates.
तमाम देशों के साथ उनके साथ हमने देखा उसकी आयु क्या है, उसकी एंट्री क्या है, तो हमें उनसे बातचीत करने से, एक्सरसाइज करने से, चाहे 10 दिन की हो चाहे 1 महीने की हो, ये हमें ज्ञान मिला उनसे कि उनके पास इस टाइप के प्रावधान हैं। एज जैसा कि मैंने आपको बताया, सब कंट्रीज जो आपको दिखाई हैं 26 से 27 साल, एंगेजमेंट पीरियड भिन्न-भिन्न प्रकार के हैं।
Meanwhile, National Security Advisor Ajit Doval said Agnipath is a game-changer scheme for a well-trained and agile army. Doval, while dispelling myths about the scheme, said Agnipath it will take the Indian Armed Forces stronger. The NSA made it clear that the Agniveers will be amongst the most disciplined youth and the move is a part of overall structural reforms. He said there is no place for violence and vandalism in the society and assured that the concerns related to the scheme are being addressed.
डिफेंस साइबर एजेंसी का निर्माण एक स्ट्रक्चरल एंड सिस्टमिक चेंज था। डिफेंस स्पेस एजेंसी का आज से 5 साल 10 साल पुराने सैनिक इसकी कल्पना भी नहीं कर सकते थे कि आज हमारी डिफेंस एजेंसी की अपनी स्पेस की एक इंडिपेंडेंट एजेंसी है, एक इंडिपेंडेंट।
The International Day of Yoga was observed in several parts of northeastern states today. In Assam, Union Minister of State Rameshwar Teli participated in Yoga Day program organized at iconic Ronghor in Sibsagar district this morning. This was one of the 75 iconic locations where Yoga Day programs were organized today. The event was organized by Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. Rajya Sabha MP Kamakhya Prasad Tasa was also in attendance. It may be mentioned that Ronghor was the Royal Sports and Entertainment Pavilion of the Ahom Kings.
बढ़ाने का भी काम किया है। पिछले 8 साल में भारत की महान संस्कृति और परंपराओं को फिर से स्थापित किया गया है।
Meghalaya also joined in on the celebrations of International Day of Yoga by conducting a yoga session at Nehu Conference Hall. Minister of State for Minority Affairs John Barla, along with State Health Minister James K. Sangma and other dignitaries took part in the session. The day was organized in collaboration with Northeastern Institute of Ayurveda and Homeopathy, BSF, CRPF and others. Hundreds of people from different walks of life attended the yoga session. Meanwhile, in Arunachal Pradesh, Governor, retired Brigadier Dr. B.D. Mishra led the International Day of Yoga celebration at Raj Bhavan in Itanagar. He appealed to the people to practice yoga regularly. The First Lady of the state, Neelam Mishra, personnel of Raj Bhavan along with ITBP troops attached to Raj Bhavan participated in the program. Further, Union Law and Justice Minister Kiren Rijiju participated in the Yoga Day event at Doing Village, which is one of the 75 iconic locations for Yoga Day. Situated in Anjaw district of the Arunachal, Chief Minister Pema Khandu also participated in the Yoga Day event at Ungliang Kompa at Tawang Monastery today. He further took part in a yoga session at Tawang Advanced Landing Ground. He was joined by defense personnel, college and school students, NCC cadets and Buddhist monks. In Nagaland, several programs have been organized across the state for Yoga Day, which was the central theme, Yoga for Humanity. People from all walks of life enthusiastically participated in the celebration at Naga Heritage Village, Kisama, near Kohima. Union Minister of State, Housing and Urban Affairs, Kaushal Kishore, who graced the event, termed yoga as an insurance of life. The program was organized by Directorate of Health and Family Welfare, Nagaland, in association with CPWD under Ministry of Mohua, New Delhi. Yoga Sankalpa was administered to the participants of the event. Simultaneously in Sikkim, the state-level function to mark the International Yoga Day was held at the landmark Enche Monastery in Gangtok. The event was graced by the Governor of Sikkim, Ganga Prasad, as the chief guest, Chief Minister of Sikkim, Prem Singh Tamang, as the guest of honor, and Union Minister of State for Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, Ashwini Kumar Chobe, as the special guest. Several state ministers, state department officials, students and monks were also present on the occasion. Meanwhile, in Mizoram, Governor Dr. Hari Babu Kambhampati, along with his wife Dr. Jayashree Kambhampati, participated in the celebration of International Day of Yoga. They were accompanied by CRPF Jawans in the event organized at Raj Bhavan. The governor said, yoga is a way of life which brings peace to not just an individual, but the society as a whole. Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh also joined the nation in celebrating the 8th International Yoga Day. The Chief Minister said yoga is a priceless gift to humanity from our country. He emphasized on promoting yoga and enhancing our lives through this ancient wealth of knowledge. The 44 Assam Rifles under the aegis of 22 Sector IGAR East organized indoor yoga session at Veterans Hodon in Tamenglong and Kangokpi district. The indoor yoga sessions organized by the battalion consisted of yogasanas, pranayam and meditation. Apart from indoor yoga sessions, the battalion also organized yoga on iconic Tamenglong helipad opposite Rani Gaidulu Open Air Lounge in the town. The event was part of unit's ongoing initiatives. As part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, with such initiatives, Assam Rifle hopes to spread the message of yoga for humanity for holistic development of mind and body, which is highly beneficial for everyone. In other news, Chief Minister of Meghalaya, Conrad Sangma, today visited Nagupara under Dalu block of West Garo Hills, where he inspected a bridge broken in half due to incessant rains in the state. He informed that district administration has been instructed to repair the bridge and check availability of food items in adjoining villages. Further, on the way to Bagmora, the Chief Minister also inspected the damaged Koinadubi bridge connecting Megadup and Tibapara villages in West Garo Hills district. He assured that restoration work will commence soon. Earlier, Meghalaya government has sought a financial package of 300 crore rupees from the Union Ministry of Home Affairs to reconstruct road and other infrastructure and to arrange for relief and rehabilitation of people affected by the record-breaking rainfall. Chief Minister Conrad Sangma said the unprecedented rain has broken records of the past 40 years in some areas. He said major roads, highways and important roads in rural areas along with bridges have been damaged in the rain. It may be mentioned that Union Home Minister Amit Shah has been apprised of the situation in the state. The centre will send a team to assess the damages. Now, before we end the news, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi leads 8th edition of International Day of Yoga in heritage city of Mysuru. Recruitment process of Agniveers under Agnipath scheme to commence from 1st July. An Assam Yoga Day program observed at iconic Ronghor in Sibsagar, one of the 75 iconic locations of Yoga Day programs. Northeastern states joined the world in celebrating International Yoga Day, programs held in several places. And Meghalaya Chief Minister inspects damaged bridges in West Garo Hills. State government seeks 300 crore rupees financial aid for relief and rehabilitation. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.